answering more questions from you guys. Still, these come from Instagram, and then we'll go to the other platforms. What is your biggest pet peeve in mixing, mastering? I really like my job, so there's nothing in the process itself that I don't like to do. I'm not a fan of like tuning vocals or timing things, but I don't do that anymore. Besides if it's like a project that I'm not just mixing or mastering, I'm producing the project. Those are tasks that are not a mix engineer job, it's a producer job. I can think of something that other people either say or do that are my pet peeve. I think my biggest pet peeve is like static mixes and producer mixes, what I call them. Those mixes where nothing moves and like everything is static, like this is the level, top to bottom, this is the sound, top to bottom, these are the effects, top to bottom, where that's not mixing, that's just that's a rough mix, that's like a producer mix, that's what I call it. And it's so often right now, like half of the stuff out there, even products that are on charts, they're like that, and they're like the most boring thing in the world. And I think even Rick Beato, shout out to him, I ran into one of his videos. I don't really watch other YouTubers, but I don't remember how I ran into one of his videos. He was talking about the top 10, and it was like saying the same thing, like this is like top to bottom is the same thing. The song itself is 3 notes top to bottom and nothing moves. And from a mix engineer perspective, that's probably the most uninspiring, boring thing. And it also screams amateur, you know, because every mix engineer that has been doing this for a minute can recognize a mix by, you know, that. And, you know, it's just when everything is, and a lot of people think automation is just volume, and it's not just volume. Volume is just one of the many things. Literally everything that you do in a mix can be automated, and can be an automation, and can be a chance to create movement. And on top of that, there's like multiple effects for multiple sessions. So the static mix is just probably my biggest pet peeve. And even sadder is a lot of people can't really tell, and I'm not talking about the general population, but people who are in the industry, or they are supposedly mix engineers or aspiring mix engineer, they can't tell. Like, it's crazy. Like they're like, oh, that mix is amazing, and or not amazing, but that mix is great, and I'm like, what? Like, dude, that's that's so easy, right? Especially when we talk about computer music, where sounds are pre-packaged. Because many times it's not just samples, it's literally a song that you put together. You just cut and paste things, and you're basically remixing stems that are being mixed by someone else. But static mix would be the first one. And then, of course, the ton of misinformation out there is just, it literally makes me want to stop doing YouTube videos. Because unfortunately, YouTube is a shit show, and it doesn't really reward good content. It rewards the clickbait titles and the stupid thumbnails and all that, like the faces, right? And I'm already really tired of it, of the game. I just, you know, I have a passion for helping people in teaching, so that's why the channel is still up. But it's a bit frustrating because there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are YouTubers that play mix engineer, and they're not making a living out of mixing, they're making a living out of YouTube. And those are the videos that get, you know, a lot of views, and people take it at that point because they have a lot of views, they take it as a truth, or that's the way to do things. And that's one of the most frustrating thing in the world. It's somewhat related to the question of mixing and mastering, but I think this would be my biggest pet peeve. There's probably more, but I can't think of it right now. I hope this answered the question. If you guys have more questions for the Q&A, leave them in the comments down below. Please consider using the super thanks and support the channel, or grab some merch. We have t-shirts, we have like pillows and stuff. I never mention any of that. Click the join button to access the exclusive content. We have a lot more mixing and mastering courses heading your way. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.
Hands on my neck, hands grip my throat. Lift me up, man, take control. Heart is so gone, my type. Don't you know I fall for the bad type? You play the role of an angel pretty well.